and welcome to my podcast, Tagged My Mentor. I hope you're doing well. The World Environment Day is celebrated annually on the 5th of June, and it encourages awareness and action for the protection of the environment. How best can our environment be protected? Who are the key actors driving environmental sustainability? And who are the proponents of environmental laws? On today's episode of the program, our conversation will focus on the circular economy and the opportunity it holds for women. As you know, this podcast is designed to empower women and girls from all over the world to drive notable life and career through the experiences of other women in their chosen fields. But today, this episode is dedicated to the ongoing circular economy campaign of the Build Her a Future project in the Democratic Republic of Congo, being implemented with support from Expertise France under its Elle project in partnership with Kuvuna Foundation. This campaign with the hashtag Enhancing Women Participation in Circular Economy is a brainchild of Latiwa Development Foundation, an initiative for peace and women's rights in Africa. My name is Edidion Idan, and I am your anchor. So let's get started. What is circular economy? A circular economy is a model of resource production and consumption in any economy that involves sharing, leasing, reusing, repairing, refurbishing, and recycling existing materials and products for as long as possible. According to the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, UNIDO, in a circular economy, materials for new products come from old products. As much as possible, everything is reused, remanufactured, or as a last resort, recycled back into a raw material or used as a source of energy. The concept of the circular economy and the reuse of materials aims to tackle global challenges such as climate change, biodiversity loss, waste, and pollution by emphasizing the design-based implementation of the three basic principles of the circular economy model, which are eliminating waste and pollution, circulating products and materials, and three, regenerating nature. So who are the drivers of this economy? And how do we achieve a gender-inclusive economy? Interestingly, women make up most of the workforce working in the informal waste management sector globally, whether as domestic agents or paid workers. There are obviously some limitations that prevent women from participating effectively in this sector. One, limited participation in policy formulation. Two, lack of systematic gender mainstreaming of industrial policies. Three, limited access to financial and technical resources. Four, concentration of women in the informal sector, which is mostly poorly paid. And the last, the burden of unpaid work, which impoverishes women. So while considering economic and sustainable solutions to climate actions, it is imperative to set the stage to work towards gender equality, circular economy, and climate action simultaneously as interconnected issues to develop the transformational systemic change needed to protect the planet and, of course, achieve the Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. So environmental experts have endorsed key solutions that can enhance circular economy and, of course, looking at it from a gender framework. So here are some thought-provoking considerations that can help as we begin to think of how to achieve sustainable consumption and production that is centered around inclusive gender actions. Number one, In a bid to make sector enticing for increased participation by women, can labor and organizational laws be reviewed to improve the wages of low-paid workers who collect recyclable waste? Can government and institutions consider the possibility of opening inclusive material recovery facilities to generate direct and indirect employment for women working across the various circular economic value chains, whether it's whether it's waste management or energy generation? So since women also are found to be more sustainable consumers and are inclined to adopt greener and sustainable practices, can we utilize the influence of women in changing both consumption and production patterns for circularity? Can we commit to expanding the opportunities for women to take leading roles that give velocity and drive to the transition for a circular economy? A recent study by the UNDP in Indonesia found that 75% of the 4.4 million jobs created by adopting circular opportunities will be dedicated for women. This means that we need to considerably and intentionally invest in educating, training the new generation of women, whether they are engineers, architects, scientists, and urban planners. Please, let us encourage more women to participate in this circular economy. I will end this conversation with UNDP's call to action. The United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, calls on all its partners to embrace a new mission for an inclusive circular economy, whether it is carbon neutral or in waste management, one that reshapes and rebrands value chains, one that rethinks consumption patterns, one that shakes up entrenched gender dynamics for a society that ensures that no one is left behind. Remember, my Mentor podcast is designed to empower women and girls from all over the world to build notable life and career through the experiences of other women in their chosen fields. This episode is particularly dedicated to the ongoing circular economy campaign organized by the Build Her Future project in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Until I come your way again with yet another insightful topic, please remember to share the link of this podcast widely. And if you have any feedback, kindly drop it in the comment section. I would so love to hear from you. Okay, this is where we draw the curtain. Until we meet again, stay cool and then stay safe. Bye for now.